What's up? What's good? Matt Clark here at the Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Friday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. I hope each and every one of you are doing great, even though right now times they're just BS. We all know it's BS. We're cooped up, locked up, stressful, man. Time to free up, free the dogs. But honestly, on this channel, we talk about prison, we talk about addiction, we talk about life. So if you could please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell notification button so you get all my videos when they're new. And if you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that would be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of all of my videos. So, Gary, what's up, man? Shout out to the EOA, London boys. 100%. A lot of good dudes over there. So what's up? What are you guys saying on this Friday night? What's a word? What do you guys want to talk about? Not in for a long time, but I figured I'd come say what up to my peoples. I know that I've kind of been slacking with the live streams lately, but life's just been kind of crazy. And, sometimes you just got to get through shit. So I see there's 12 of you. There's 2 likes. Come on, get up there. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Vikas, what up, man? I'm good. I'm chilling. Brad Gillard, showing some love from Scarborough. Shout out to Scarborough. Ake, what's happening, bro? Hope all is well to you as well. I'm good. Obviously we're all in a time where, life is a little stressful, but at the end of the day, I've been through way worse, and you can't let these times bring you down. You got to stand strong, and you got to show the people who need you to be there and be their rock that you can be that for them. So no complaints. You know what I'm saying? Hood Stories, King Ruck, what up? Shout out to King Ruck, man. You guys all go check him out. King Ruck's good people. Steve, what's up, man? What are you saying? Bend over. I've never been to prison, never want to, but I really enjoy your videos. They're very educational, very good content. I appreciate that. And obviously, the goal is to constantly get better, to expand my horizons, to learn and grow. And I feel like lately, not even lately, I feel like I've been slacking a little bit, Times have been tough. It's really expensive where I live, cost of living. And I feel like I've made some excuses as to why I haven't fully upgraded a lot of my equipment. And it's not like I have bags of money lying around and stuff like that, but I've decided that that's the new goal, man. I'm going to upgrade all the equipment. It might take some time, but all the YouTube money, all the donation money I get, that's where it's going to go until I can get myself that upgraded laptop and the things that I need. So it's coming, man. We want to expand the horizons. We want to be able to do more. I need more power. Did you ever do time with any high-profile inmates? Jeremy Smith, no, because those 2 guys are both in protective custody. So both of those guys, if they hit the yard, will be killed the minute they stepped onto the yard, literally. And that's why they're in segregation for the rest of their lives. So no, but I've definitely done time with some high-profile guys. I just don't really speak names on my channel. All right, Ake, you already know. Yeah, Steve, I'm going to do the next. I'm going to holler at him to see about doing the second part just now. I just had a lot going on in my life, man. Delta 24, you just go to any of my videos and there's a PayPal link underneath the videos. Mitch. Do you ever go up north? I have definitely been up north, but I'm not a super outdoor guy. More of a city dude, personally. But I would go cottaging for sure. Hi, Matt. Love your videos. Just wondering how instrumental your experience at Stonehenge was in your recovery. Do you still have contact with anyone you were in the program with? I'd say that Stonehenge was life-changing for me personally. You know, there's a lot of BS that goes on there. There's rotating staff and stuff like that. But I feel like it's the first time in my life that I've been challenged on the way that I think. And basically, it's CBT. So they micromanage all of your little behaviors in your every day-to-day life that basically lead to you, you know, consciously or subconsciously kind of getting back into that life. And they challenged me and really changed the way that I think. So I definitely think that it was instrumental, 100%. But no, I don't really talk to anybody that I was in the program with, except my beautiful woman. But at the end of the day, I feel like most of the people that were there have relapsed. You know, there was a time where I was talking to some people there, but they relapsed. So, you know, at the end of the day, I can't surround myself with that. And it's not that I don't want to, I just can't. David, shout out to you. What's it like being in the Don jail? Joshua Palmer. Don jail is one of the most savage jails that I did time in, but, you know, I was fine. Like, you know, you're going to have to definitely earn your keep a little bit. You're going to have to stand up for yourself. Maybe even if you don't necessarily have to scrap, you're definitely going to have to show that you're not bummy, you're not scared. But aside from that, the Don is one of the best places to do time. You know, it's just bad for outsiders and guys that aren't really jail made, because it's jail and you can get in a beef and you know, you can see somebody get killed or get stabbed in their face. So it's a high tension situation. But I definitely think that if you're from down there and you know a lot of people, you can actually do decent time there. It just depends on who you are. I'm going to show some love and donate what I can. I'm going to support any way I can. All right, man, I appreciate that. Is Friday night fight actually a thing at Central East? Jeremy, it's a thing at every jail. Maybe not on every single range, but every jail has a Friday night fights, man. Every jail's got a range of young guys that just like to stir it up, cause trouble, drag guys to the back, Charlie horse them up. You know, it's boredom, right? And when you have a bunch of wolves and then like a handful of sheep, it's a bad scene. It can be a bad scene. So, DBC Ash, man, what's up? I hope everything's good, man. I hope everything's good. Brightwater, what's up? Donnie Brasco, really? But I hope you're doing well, too. I'm good, DBC Ash. And if you're in the building, you haven't gone up, hit that like button. Just go up to the top there or the bottom, whatever it is, and smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? It's the easy thing to do to support the channel. Do you see people smoking in cells? Well, if you're in the pen, you're not going to be looking into people's cells. So if you're walking down the block, you can't be walking by like rubbernecking. That's what they're going to call it. They're going to call it rubbernecking. Somebody's going to come out and they're going to check you on that, because anything can be happening in that cell. So it's not really the way it works. But yeah, everybody's smoking. If you're on the block and you know everybody on there, for sure you're going to see people smoking. 100%. And the guards, depending on what jail you're in, there are some guards that'll lock you down as soon as they smell cigarette smoke. And then there's some guards that don't care if you burn the building down with chronic, as long as you're not hurting anybody. Joshua, no problem, man. Andrea, how are the Toronto rapper able to be partying a few weeks ago in that Toronto jail? I think in the north or something. about Squirrel Squad or something. I just think that inmates are super intelligent. You know, the problem is a lot of them are just bored. You know, they don't want to follow rules. It's not that they're not smart. So people get real creative on the inside, you know. You see guys figure out ways to get lighters out of nothing, you know, and how to do this, how to do that. You see some crazy MacGyver stuff, man. I'm telling you. Jeremy, have I done time in Millhaven or Kingston Penn? So I've done time in both. So I did reception in Millhaven twice. So it was like 4 months. And I did TD unit in KP twice, which was only like a couple weeks both times. I know it never happened, but if they brought back smoking, how much do you think it would change the atmosphere? It would bring back money. RJF, shout out to the Yukon Territory, brother. Yeah, it's different now, Donnie. It's a different time now, bro. The young guys have taken over. It's wild in some places, especially if you're in the city. German Shepherd life. Hey, brother, been a while. Missed the vlogs. You're the best hard worker and motivation person out there. I appreciate that, man. I want a German Shepherd, man. I want a pup so bad. I just don't have the money for it. Christopher Lake, listen, bro, loving your real content. Keep it real, brother. Gonna hold you up and puff on this summer. Mad respect. You already know. And David, be nice, David. Joshua Palmer, how long do the police make you walk when you go to court in underground tunnels at Old City Hall? I don't know how many tunnels are under Old City Hall, but you don't walk that long. Like, at the end of the day, you go in through the paddy wagon, boom, they pull it in, they close the shit. You go in and you're in a big bullpen all day long. That's where you sit. And when they walk you to court, they walk you down to the freaking bail court. That's it. There's like 100 people crammed into one bullpen. It's still about respect in some places. But when you get a bunch of young guys, listen, if you get a block that say got 30 guys, right? And 25 of them are under 30. That range is going to be mayhem. It's just going to be mayhem. But if you get a bunch of older dudes or like a mix, it'll be different. So it just depends on where you land. Yeah, Rikers is definitely off the wall. But the Don was definitely off the wall too. It just doesn't have that many people. Rikers has 10,000 inmates. Any prison that has 10,000 inmates is going to be bananas. And in the actual prison, figure out a turn to take. I see, Jeremy. I appreciate that. And no, apparently. Yeah, you can't drive anywhere near the prisons. Like, if you're not going for a visit, it's a no. Yeah, no. That's off, David. Do the police abuse prisoners? Really? I've seen guys get their faces smashed, man. I've been attacked by a German Shepherd after I was handcuffed on the ground. I've been beaten. I've been smashed with mag lights. I've been kicked while I'm down. I've been punched while I'm down. Already cuffed. Of course, they definitely will abuse you. But I get it. You know, it's part of the game. Anybody who goes and gets involved in crime, you have to understand that if you make them run, and where I'm from, all the cops are jacked. They're all young dudes, jacked up on roids. And if you're doing active crime, they chase you down in an active pursuit. You make them run. When they get you, you're getting beaten. It doesn't matter who you are. You're getting beaten. I did a tour in KP. It was such a strange feeling. Interesting stories during the tour. Lots of interesting history. For sure, man. It was scary. One of the scariest places I've done time, and not because of the inmates, just the vibe in the place. You feel the death. I was in the Don back in the day, but being a white boy in TAC was hell, bro. I was a white boy in TAC, so I did fine though. Like, you know, I had to get in a couple fights when I first got there, but after that, I was fine. You know, you just got to earn your keep, man. And I was funny too, you know, I was funny. So I was down to cause ruckus. And people just like that, you know. When you're young, people like that. You know what I'm saying, Christopher Lake? 4th biggest population in North America, by the way. Because Mexico City is actually in North America. Jeremy Smith, last question, I swear. Is it true if for some kind of crime against law enforcement, assault, attempted murder, you're respected way more than the average inmate? I wouldn't say you're necessarily respected more than the average inmate, but you should automatically have respect. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Crazy beating, no bueno. Yeah, just home from work and made it for some of the live. Hope you're all well, Joanne. You appreciate that. Mitch Wyndham, and we're good. Do you guys ever get beer in there, or is it only homemade? No beer. You know, you may have like the occasional dude that gets a bottle of liquor snuck in or something like that. Maybe they have a Fed on the lug or something, but most of the time guys will just make brew. But let me tell you something. There's a lot of guys in the federal system that can take oranges, sugar, orange juice, and maybe a couple other ingredients, and by the time they're done with it, it'll burn blue flame on a spoon, clear moonshine. One peanut butter jar and you're smashed. So it's not like you're like, yeah, sometimes you'll drink brew. If you're in like a bucket or in a provincial system where you can't get the still and you don't have the plugs in the walls and stuff, you'll drink brew for sure. But in the federal system, it's booze. Christopher Lake, don't say names on the channel, but no, I do not know those guys by those names. Joshua Palmer, if you're a newbie in prison, what are the appropriate actions to take? Should it be a silent treatment? It's like Cesar Milan says, no touch, no talk, no eye contact. Walk in there like you're confident. Don't walk in there, what do I do? Just walk over to the range, to the range rules. If somebody tells you, go look at the range rules, just go look at them. Don't be standoffish. Even if you see that the rules are common sense, just glance at them just to show respect to the block, like you're not coming in there like some hard ass who's trying to run shit, and you'll be good. Oh, for sure. Sticky buns, definitely. Any dessert or good food will cause beefs. Even peanut butter, yellow fruit. I know a guy who had this parole pulled and he was sent back instead of back to reception. Why did he go straight to KP on a violation? You go to KP on a violation because KP at the time was the TD unit, which is the parole violation unit, the transition unit, and you're only there for a couple weeks, and then they ship you right back to your mother institution because you're still currently in an active sentence. So they don't reclassify you. You go back to the same prison you got out from. I've never done time in Quebec. You'd be surprised what you can drink if you're locked up for years, you know, and you're just, you know, sometimes you're just looking to have a good time. Believe me, I knew this dude when I was in the bucket. I'm actually going to tell a story about it tomorrow. I was just talking about it. But this dude, we called him the mechanic. That was his nickname. He was one of those dudes that was just super crafty. But he was a killer. He's one of those guys that would Q-tip and a staple, and he's got a light out of the wall, a battery and a staple, and he's lighting a smoke with it. You know, stuff that you learn over time, but this guy's learning all this stuff by himself because he's just a whiz. And this guy made homebrew that didn't even have to be stilled off tasted like Alizé. It was crazy. I'm telling you, you could drink it. It doesn't matter who you are, you could drink it. Bordeaux was crazy. SEALs were afraid of the inmates. And when I was in Joyceville, the SEALs didn't mess with you. I've seen guys run the SEALs off the block. Literally run them off the block. Beat it. Get off the block. And they leave. See, when I was in the Ville, there'd be like 40 guys on a range. And if it was a small range, it'd be like 25, 27 guys, something like that. You know, but when I was in the Don Jail's 56 guys on a range. 54 guys on a range. And it's like 6 feet wide. It's just cells, a little range with a few tables and TVs and phones along a wall, basically, and a cage around it with a walkway around it so the feds can do their walks. Oh, you can get psychiatric medication if you're in jail. That's the one thing they will give you. Yes, you can definitely get coffee in there, Mitch. It was a bit wild back in the day. Oops, and contraband into the Perth bucket. Had to do some weekends. Yeah, that's a reg. If you're going to do weekends, that's what you do. Have you ever done time at a Etobicoke Self-Detention Center? If so, what's it like in there? I have not done time in there, but I know it's a savage place. Now, I know there's direct and indirect. And one is like comfortable time with big screen TVs, couches, cells open all day. And then there's the side that is where the savages are. If you get in a fight or anything like that on this side, see you later. You're going with the Goonies. Hey, Matt, a newbie come on to you one time knowing it was a new fish. How did you handle it? A newbie? If a newbie came on to me, how would I handle it? Or a newbie did come on to me? What story? I was a newbie and had a bunch of problems. But if a new fish came on to me, like, there's not a whole lot you can do except deal with it. You know, if you've been on a block and you're there, you're comfortable, you're doing time, and some new fish comes on the block and is starting drama or starting problems, he's not going to be good, you know. It's not going to be good. Most of the time, ranges are built off of energy, you know. You'll come onto a block. Most of the guys that have lived there for a long time, whether they're white, black, Muslim, Chinese, Spanish, whatever it is, those guys have been there because the guys that won't make it have already been bounced out. They're gone. So these guys have all been together for a long time. Now you come in onto the block and you're puffing up your chest. You're going to take over. Even if you're a savage, believe me. Now, there was the time where Buddy got murked on my block. And he wasn't a new fish, but he had just come back to the block. And he was flexing. I want my cell back. Why are these dudes getting this? And why are these kind of dudes getting that? And trying to flex on everybody. And it cost him his life. Cost him his life. So it just depends, man. And basically, you're right. If anybody really truly flexes on you and wants to disrespect you, call you out, goof you up, bitch you up, whatever it is, you have to fight. You have to fight. Unless you're one of those guys that is just okay with being known as the bitch dude. And there are a lot of guys that are okay with that, you know. They don't care. But you know what those guys are doing? Buffing out guys' floors. They're on their hands and knees, wiping out other guys' floors, cooking guys' food, running back and forth, getting the mail. That's not for them. Did you ever smoke tobacco or orange peels? I definitely smoked tobacco lots of times in prison. But no, I personally never smoked orange peels. But you see guys smoke a lot of crazy shit, man. Guys will mix teabagging with their weed. Some guys will smoke what's called banaka, which is literally just like dried out banana peel. It's weird to me. I don't get it. But some guys will smoke orange peels. Most of those guys that are doing that stuff, though, but I will tell you this. This is actually a really nasty story. When they first took out the smoking in the pen, it was like 2008 May. For like 6 months or a year and a half, I can't remember exactly how long, they were giving out free tobacco cessations, patches, gum, stuff like that. And I remember guys were getting the patches and smoking them. So they'd literally peel off the top of it and like scrape this gum shit up, mix it with something to smoke like banaka or teabag and smoke it. And it smelled like burning plastic. And guys are smoking it. It's crazy what some guys will do. I told you 2 guys died when I was in the Ville. 1 guy died, 2 guys overdosed or got what's called alcohol poisoning. 1 guy went blind. 1 guy died, purple, taken out on the fry basket. They stilled off hand sanitizer. And guys on the block said that the shit they were drinking was black. It was black. You're going to drink a black liquid that isn't like blood vodka, some professionally cured booze from some reputable company. I'm not drinking no black liquid out of somebody's cell. It's all right. Gary, yeah, back in the day in the Dawn and stuff when smoking existed, you would come in, they'd give you a couple bales of Daily Mail. Sometimes they'll give you a couple packs of Daily Mail, and you could buy smokes on tobacco, but that's a long time ago. Hey, you think that's bad? What about yak? In the pen, there are guys that will drink their methadone. So what they'll do is they'll like eat a bunch of oatmeal. They'll fill themselves up with oatmeal. They'll go down, get their meds, drink their methadone. They'll run back to their range, blah, puke it out into like a something, and they'll strain it out. There's guys that'll drink that. Think about that. And I've seen guys MacGyver stuff because they give guys the Acadia morphine beads. I've seen guys put this shit in their stomach for 20, 30, 40 minutes, get back, blah, they got all the beads. They're MacGyver, man. Do guys still sell their bug juice like Buzz Bar? Ugh. I remember a guy gave me it was called a Fexer, and I just started doing time. And this guy told me it was like Molly, and I was just a young dumb kid, and I took it was the worst night of my life. Literally, the worst night of my life. I have no idea, Joanne. I would never personally drink yak. I'm not drinking none of that. Just a thing. First time I went to Maple New Sally says to me, if you want to do a line, I looked him up. Go get yourself. I'll take the top on. Worrying I was going to. You want to go do a line? I looked at him like, "Go fuck yourself." Yeah. There's a lot of guys that think like doing Seroquel and stuff like that's getting high, but it's not, man. It's not. Taking bug meds is not getting high. You're like, I guess it is, but it's like, it's a nasty feeling. It's not like I knew guys that would eat handfuls of Benadryl, handfuls of Wellbutrin, and all these different kind of medications. And listen, I'm a drug addict. I'll take drugs not now, but when I was in active addiction, you could give me Ritalin or Adderall, like real narcotic drugs, Valium, Xanax, any of that kind of stuff, right? I would do it. But you're not going to give me a freaking Seroquel or a freaking, heart nitro or something like that. It's just messing you up. It's not getting you high. The guy who had condoms of oil. Yeah, so dry selling is rough. They put you in a dry cell, you got a bunch of dope on you. You're pretty much pinched. Unless you're a master. You're a master. If you're in the building, go up, hit the like button, mate. See it right there? Right there. Go hit that, mate. Hey, man, even a condom of oil. That's a lot of freaking oil. Oh, it was coke. Heh. But even still, who the hell wants to do coke in a cell? Like maybe if you're in a cell and it's New Year's Eve or something, and you're like, everybody's partying on the block, I could maybe see you wanting to do coke in jail. But just to get blasted on coke in jail, I never understood that either. It's like you want to get sketchy for something that costs a crazy amount of money that there's no way you could feed your habit. Sounds like a bad night. Doesn't sound like good. It's like doing mushrooms or acid in a cell. I don't know if it wasn't 2012. It was 2011. It was 2011. I got arrested November 2011. No, it wasn't November 2011. May 2011. And I was in Lindsay like September, October 2011. That's probably why everyone takes the Seroquel and whatnot, and you can just sleep your time away. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want that. I get anxiety from it. I'm not a fan. Can guards sneak McDonald's and fast food to inmates they know? Not really. I'm not saying it never happens. If you're a high-profile inmate, who knows what you can accomplish with the right amount of money, but it's not like a regular occurrence. Now, when I was in Joyceville, if you didn't have a stabbing incident or a weapon found on your range for 60 days, I think it was 60 days, it might have been 90 days, they'd let the range order takeout food. And this is a high security penitentiary. $30 a head for 90 or 60 days without a weapon on the range. That's how crazy it was. No booty bandits. None. Now, I'm not saying there was no booty bandits, but they're not out there like, I'm a booty bandit. You get killed. Yeah, most of the jails are just around the cities, man. Or every now and then there's a pen city. Yeah, I'm going to try to get more of the lives again, Steve, you know. Definitely, 100%. I'm out of here in a couple minutes, though. Yeah, effects are nasty. Nasty. I definitely see high-profile inmates. Not as crazy high-profile. I've definitely done time with some Toronto rappers, but I'm not going to say their names because I don't do that on my channel. But I appreciate you guys. You guys already know. T. You already know. What was the name? What was the name, man? I hated that range. Honestly. Get to a block, there's so many guys doing time that are locked up for a long time. They have a program on the block. I hate landing on a block like that. Honestly. Hate it. I just wanted to get back to the pen. Hope all is blessed. You already know, man. I appreciate that, bike life. Brian Destroyer. You're not going to see a lot of guys that are flamboyant gay in prison. You know, there's gay dudes, but they're not flamboyant. White boy? Frenchie? I can't see the pic, so. Thanks for your content, Matt. Keep up the great work. Love your videos. Very interesting and informative. I appreciate that. You should holler at me on Instagram, bro. But you guys already know. If you want to holler at me on Instagram, the new Matt Clark, all small letters, all one word. I appreciate you guys for coming and checking out the live. I got to go eat some food and spend some time with my amazing woman. I appreciate you guys, though. You guys help keep me accountable. If you could please hit that like button, subscribe button, and bell notification button so you get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that would be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description. Love y'all. You already know. Appreciate y'all. I'll be doing a live just now. Be safe out there. Sorry, Andrew, man. Sunday. Love y'all.